Yo, so I feel like this one's going to be a pretty short one for today, because all we did today was mainly rest, as you might be able to see from my hair. It's a bit like bed hair, because we've been a little bit sick and was really feeling it today, so I just kind of like passed out, woke up and then passed out again, and I really was struggling to wake up, and we had to go to the bank, so went to the bank and got some bubble tea. But other than that, just been sleeping and resting, feeling a lot better, being able to take a bit of time off and rest. Was excited to go to Bible study tonight, but we can't really go because some of our symptoms are like cold and flu-esque, so we don't want to get the people at church sick, not the pastor, we got a lot of older people at church, so the pastors asked us not to go if we have those kind of symptoms. But now just going to get into doing some work. But by work, I just mean like chill editing, done some posts and that, editing of the What We Did Today series, and just having fun with it. And we've both got our little meal preps here, like our pre-prepped meals from Spuddy. Yana got hers. Super convenient. That's one of the videos I'm going to make. And then these. But the video I'm going to make, which I'll give you a little preview of now, this might come out before the video, who knows, or after. Doesn't matter. It's like a reel anyway, so they're very quick. But it's basically why you shouldn't cook your own food if you're an entrepreneur like us, and why you should have meal prep instead. It's not, the hook's going to be better than that. And essentially it's because the time and value trade-off, the value trade-off isn't very high if you're cooking your food, but the return on investment, or the value that you get from eating out or from having these kind of like pre-prepped meals is way higher. Particularly if you enjoy cooking, then that's different. If that's something that you just genuinely enjoy, making that kind of food for yourself, great. But if you don't, you're doing it just to save a bit of money, or like just because that's what you've always done, gotta cut that out. Like as soon as you're making over like $10 an hour as an entrepreneur, even in your business, that time is so much more worthwhile to buy back just by getting the food. Because if you think about the time that it takes to do all of that every week, it's like groceries and that twice a week, so that's like an hour at the shops also, so 2 hours a week for that. And then you got to prep the meals, so you've got to prep everything, make it, put it away. I'd say that's like, and then clean everything up, so I'd say that's like 2 hours twice a week, an additional 2 hours twice a week. Would you say that's fair, Yana? Or 2 hours total a week? Yeah, so that's like, you're looking at about 6 hours a week. And then cleaning up your dishes and all of that kind of thing, if you want to factor that in, it's like an extra hour a week. So 6 to 8 hours that you're looking at for that kind of thing. But that's 6 to 8 hours you could be putting back into your business and doing something that doesn't drain your energy if cooking's not your thing. And yeah, and it also helps you to be more abundant, enjoy life a bit more, and focus on the things that matter, which are like making your own food. Not making your own food, but business stuff, getting time to train, exercise, spend time with loved ones. Yeah. So the return on investment is very high for that kind of thing. Very worthwhile. Yeah. So again, being intentional about it, not doing anything for the sake of it. And yeah, these two boys are playing behind me. I'm gonna do some editing, and yeah, bye.
A group of males looking for a mate. They could attack the baby to get to mom.
Oh, it seems like in nature they just always kill the kids to get to the mom, but I'm like, wouldn't that make the mom hate you?
Yeah, my mum's weak, and so are the kids. Go after the weakest ones normally, right?
More dolphins.
Because of the fact that she's a mum, has to protect the kids, and then would be potentially debilitated by birth, or like a bit disabled. Watching some docos, keeping it chill, doing some editing. Yana can't believe what I've said. Oh, what's that? Oh no! Yana, what about the aspartame and the glutamine and the nectarine and the caffeine?
Do you even deserve to be worried about that? Like, I know, it's just so funny the people who are so concerned about the aspartame but like go
They don't
out
even know what it
drinking.
is.
Yeah, go out drinking every weekend or like goes on Macca's runs or like doesn't even move their body for like 257 business days because they're busy or I just can't make it a priority.
Same type of people like, what about the aspartame, the aspartame, that
You know it gives
aspamine?
you cancer. I'm like,
You don't even know what it is. Yeah. Fun times. Everything's lethal depending on the dosage. Son. Anyway. Alright, so yesterday was pretty hectic and I realized I didn't really do a wrap up of it because it was hectic and there was no little physique update thing at the end. That's alright, I'll probably do one at the end of today. Basically, it was supposed to be really chill yesterday because we were a bit unwell, so we woke up a bit later. We were just hanging, doing our thing, and then talking to my dad a little bit. I was like chilling, just doing some editing later, just because we enjoy what we do. So I was like, cool, let's do our thing. But then my dad called and there was all that fun stuff potentially. I'm sure I'll talk about it more in depth in future, or maybe I will, maybe I won't. Gotta run that stuff by Yana because sometimes I'm a bit fast and loose with just saying everything that's going on. So yeah, did that, sorted all that stuff out, had meetings about what we were gonna do, what was the right thing to do, and it was kind of like an interesting debate, I guess, we had on the, like, are things that are like the law, like dictated by the law and the government that we live by now, like, are those things inherently ethical? Are they inherently ethical or moral? And I don't think they are, neither does Yana, but it's like, where's the overlap? Like, what stuff is, what stuff isn't? So, talking about that kind of thing was fun. And our biggest thing is we always strive to do the right thing ethically and legally. So, that's just what we do. That's one of our big things, because one of our core tenets of TKP, like our business, is integrity, and that's just how we like to live as well, because at the end of the day, it's like, even if it affects no one else, even if you never technically get caught or anything like that, that affects you, your integrity, your spirit, and that's between you and God. So it's like huge to live like that, and just, even though it's harder sometimes, pain in the ass, you just keep doing it, do your thing. But that was that, and then afterwards Yana and I did a little potty, did our podcast together, which was really fun. Our first one of Yana's one that we were going to be filming. I think I already talked about it there, and then we just kept like training, not training, but we did that. That was like an hour and a bit. We talked about our relationship, our story so far, like what a big year last year was, and man, it's a hectic year last year. I'll talk about that in another video probably, because I've got some stuff to do. I'm on the assault bike right now. This is how tomorrow's video is going to start as well. Because yeah, I didn't film a wrap up for last night, but yeah, that's the state of things. And yeah, so it's gonna be pretty chill, but it was pretty hectic, and we both just like passed out, went to sleep afterwards, after showering and brushing teeth and all that fun stuff. And then yeah, that was the day yesterday. I'll tell you what, I'll do a little physique update. The only thing that might affect it is I've done some calf raises, doing my 10 minutes and then going back and forth. Little physique update, change of scenery. Ho 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 ho. Ooh, I'll just move this chair. The forever in the way chair. Yeah, this is pretty chill. Yeah. This way. Slightly bigger boy one. Do a little front relaxed. Yeah, that's right. Good times. I'll do the standy front double biceps. Push those lats out. Alright, deuces.